Alpha Kilo 4 Hotel Yankee.
Alpha Kilo 4 Hotel Yankee, is that a Roger?
Alpha Kilo 4 Hotel Yankee, is that a Roger?
That's correct, over.
Roger, Roger, and what's the name there?
Roger, Roger, and what's the name there?
The name is Otis, Oscar Tango, India, Sierra.
Roger, Otis, and where are you located, sir?
Roger, Otis, and where are you located, sir?
I am in Roanoke, Virginia, over.
Roger, Virginia, and what radio are you running today, Otis?
Roger, Virginia, and what radio are you running today, Otis?
I'm running a Yaesu 857.
Alrighty, let's see. Why don't you give me about 10 seconds to tell me about your antenna system? Let me look around and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
Let me look around and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
Okay, I'm on a 5-foot inset, 25 feet, and also it feeds into a 49-to-1 transformer with MFJ antenna tuner, over.
Roger that, Otis. Okay, if you'd be interested in a setup procedure, first would be to verify that you're in the wide transmit mode, 100 to 2900. Roger, Roger.
100 to 2900. Roger, Roger.
Okay, this radio doesn't have the best adjustment for audio, in my opinion, not like my ICOM. It doesn't, go by numbers. That when you go to the EQ setting, it has a high frequency. Hang on a second here. It goes to a setting that is HPE and high frequencies emphasized, or lower frequencies emphasized, or both of them, which you would go to both. That's how it's labeled for mid-range, or you can turn the equalizer off, over.
Alrighty, okay, well, is that an older radio?
Alrighty, okay, well, is that an older radio?
No, I'm not sure if they even still sell them, but they've been just recently maybe discontinued. But no, they have been on the market for a pretty long time, but they hadn't changed anything, through the years on them. It's basically a mobile radio that I have on a base station. I'm running about 100 watts, and and the radio is about 10 years old, over.
Roger, Otis. Okay, I have been looking at your audio, and you are fairly well close to a 3 dB dynamic range, which is where we would normally put someone by a combination of compressor on at a 3, and then moving to the ALC with mic gain in hand, and saying the word audio and adjusting the mic gain until your ALC is reading mid-scale to 2/3. I'm assuming that radio does have an ALC reading?
I'm assuming that radio does have an ALC reading?
No, sir, it doesn't.
Well, there you go. That's what they say about assuming. Okay, I think you're really in the ballpark. I think what you really need is for us to go to that EQ situation and try to do the best we can. I would say emphasize the top end. Whatever control that is, I would activate that top end push control. Roger?
Activate that top end push control. Roger?
Talking about the high frequencies emphasized?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, that's the setting that I have it on right now, and once you go to it, there's no adjustment in the pitch.
Yes, sir. So it's doing its maximum pushing on the high frequencies at this point.
Pushing on the high frequencies at this point.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. The other thing we could do is maybe try to help shape the microphone ballistically by, how far off of the mic are you working at right at the moment?
How far off of the mic are you working at right at the moment?
About 2 inches, and I'm talking across the mic.
All right, now let me ask you another question before we do anything. You do have a manual mic gain control. Is that correct?
Manual mic gain control. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, I would suggest that you move twice as far off mic. If you're doing 2 inches now, I would suggest you move back to 4 inches, and let me listen to you talk about what you like about your radio at 4 inches from your microphone. Roger?
At 4 inches from your microphone. Roger?
Okay, about 4 inches away. The radio has been fine, no trouble at all with it. I mainly have, through the years, used it for CW, but I mainly use my ICOM radio most of the time. But mainly this radio I use to just listen. It's out in my garage where I spend a lot of time working on stuff, and so that's the story on it.
Yes, sir, Otis. Well, let's see. If it sounds better, I think, that way, but you need to go and add a few clicks to your mic gain to make up for the difference that you're off that mic. You know, the further we come away from the mic, the more gain we need to add to get to the same places we were. The thing is that when you get to 2 inches and you move on in there towards that microphone, you start having what's called a proximity effect, and that's a building bass situation with your audio curve as you get closer to the microphone. So what I'm suggesting is that you move back away from the microphone so you don't have as much bass, and therefore you have more top end. But you need to scotch up your mic gain a few clicks to make up for the difference in where you are from the microphone. Roger?
For the difference in where you are from the microphone. Roger?
Okay, I'm still about 4 inches away, and the adjustment is 0 to 100, and it's set on 50 while we've been talking. So I'm going to go up to, hang on just a second, I messed it up. Hang on just 1 second, over.
Yeah, I would take that mic gain up to about 70, and let me listen to you at 70.
Okay, I'm on 70 right now, over.
Alrighty, and gosh, tell me something you like about amateur radio for about 10 seconds.
Amateur radio for about 10 seconds.
Well, I've been a ham for about, going on probably about 12 years, and it was just something that I was interested in when I was a lot younger, and never did get into it, and finally went ahead and made the jump, and ended up mostly doing CW, and I'm only about as good as 15 words a minute. I understand a little bit faster, but I have to calculate more. I was doing a contest situation where you anticipate what's going to be sent to you. I could probably read 20 words a minute, but that's about the limit of my CW experience over.
Roger, Otis. Well, I was monitoring you on the Milford PASDR, and I got kicked off of that, so I had to spend a little bit of time rejoining that. But I did catch some of your audio, and I think you're sounding better now. Just remember to work that mic a little bit further back than what you have been, and you have, I think, your mic gain is set perfect for that little bit further away position. Roger?
A little bit further away position. Roger?
Okay, well, I appreciate the help, Paul.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sometimes we have to, if we don't have a really good dedicated EQ situation, sometimes we have to make the mic work for us, and it all depends on how we work the mic as to what kind of curve we can get out of it that will be beneficial to offset the problem that we can't solve by onboard EQ. Roger?
Solve by onboard EQ. Roger?
Okay, well, I pretty much knew that I was limited with what's available on this radio. And another thing that I noticed, this radio doesn't seem to have quite the drive, I guess is what you would call it. My power is set at 100, but it's on peak. It's just it doesn't, drive up to about 30, 40 watts on it.
Yeah, I understand. Do you have a compressor on board?
A compressor on board?
Well, that's what I was using when I adjusted up to 70. Maybe I misunderstood what you wanted on that, but that's the only mic adjustment that I have.
Okay, well, I'm assuming, do you have a switch for compressor in and out?
Do you have a switch for compressor in and out?
No, I don't think so, other than I could just turn it way on back to 0.
No, I would leave it like it is. It sounded really good the way it is. I'm just curious about, what controls you might have available to you, Otis. But I think we're doing real well now, and we are recording and have been recording. So if you want to hear your radio, if you go to YouTube, do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word followed by the word logbook. That will take you to this recording, and I'll have it uploaded by tomorrow at noon. Roger?
By tomorrow at noon. Roger?
Okay, Jim. Well, I appreciate your time, and I'll definitely check it out. I've listened to your things on YouTube before, and so I know how to get to it, and I enjoy listening to you here on the radio, also helping other guys. So thanks again, and take care. Over. AK4HY.
Roger. Otis, 73, sir. Thanks for dropping by, and have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.